the Microsoft projects, which I think most of you might be familiar with it because it has been used for quite some time now. And now we have the P6, which is the new software that we have. And so let me just present what we expect as far as P6 or Primavera P6 is concerned, and the whole training of what is expected of one to help you to be able to come up with Gantt charts. In case there's a meeting, how do you track the project progress? How do you capture the lag in the project? How do you identify the critical parts? The critical parts ideally are the activities that must be done. Like if you project, we do the casting on this date, uh, it's so that any other activity to follow, that's a critical task. In case it's not done, you can't proceed with other activities thereof. And so let me just it's people want power presentation. It will be brief since this is an introduction class, which when you show your interest in it and to join the P6 class, I think we'll dive deeper into it and how to navigate right from the installation of the software to how you navigate through all the way to the final thing of the now coming up of generating the Gantt charts and how you present it in a construction site project, and how to have it pinned on the where the all the pro where the team involved in the project execution are aware of what is happening as to the scheduled time that you have planned for.
Hello, good evening. Sorry, I was having some challenge on my side. I
Okay.
hope, I
Hello.
hope yes. So I believe Samuel, you can proceed.
It's okay. I'll proceed with the presentation for the
Okay,
PPT. Then we go through it. In case of any question, we'll answer it as time goes by.
sawa.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I'll proceed with the presentation. As I was saying, the whole thing is to know how to do to it's how to delve. It's the training. It's more to help you on how to navigate through P6 software, which will help us to manage the time. To an advanced level, it also helps you to do the resources allocation. But for our purposes, we'll delve into time management and how you do your work breakdown structure and how you schedule the time. Okay, so for session one, that's the foundation and project setup. Here we'll do the installation, how you the basic things of the once you install the P6, and also how you set up a project, the naming of the project, the organization breakdown structure, which we call it OBS in short, where you allocate who be the lead project team, and it's a hierarchy. You'll be naming the professionals that will be involved in a project. Ideally, for this training, we'll have like a dummy project. Let's say for a start at 3 bungalow. We schedule it right from the foundation, from the excavation through to foundation. That's the substructure through to superstructure, all the way to handover. And with that, now we'll come up with a Gantt chart, which as we go by, I'll show the one that we did with the previous team. Um, so that's for session one. There'll be that's the setting up of the project and whole navigation of how you start off when you start inserting your your timelines into P6. Session two will be at the adding of activities and scheduling, where we'll delve deeper into work breakdown structure. We have the activities, which will be breaking from the work breakdown structure. We break them to smaller activities. Then from those smaller activities, we schedule them. We give them the projected start. Now we also delve deeper into the sequencing of the activities, what follows what. Like we have three types of the sequencing. We have start to finish activities. We have start to start activity, and rarely used like finish to start activity. Also, which will help us now for construction is it's a process. You finish this to start this. Some activities tends to go hand in hand. So that's what we'll be doing for session two. Hello? Hello? Okay, okay, okay. Uh, Session three is on the relationship and the critical paths. Here is where we'll be able to now come up with the Gantt charts and link them from one activity to the other. That will be showing the relationship of all the activities and in regards to timeline, which will be by then we'll have allocated. We'll also, as an addition to this, we'll also have the calendars. Wow, like a project, you find there's a project that runs, they just work for weekdays, Monday to, let's say, Saturday half day. On Sunday they don't work, and during the holidays. How do you navigate that so that you have a real life time tracking of a construction project, unlike just projecting the timeline, and you find in there's a holiday, there's like a day like Sunday or a weekend that you are not working, and in that in your scheduling you did capture a critical task to fall under a weekend of which you'll not be working. So when a critical activity that is affected, it's now compromises on the whole scheduling, which now makes your project timeline not to be accurate as it's supposed to be. And session four, which we might break it because for the training it's quite in depth once we start the setup. It's project saving, printing, and finalization of the thing. That's you will be doing the formatting. How do you do you save it to a A0, A4, A3 for maybe presentation? How do you save it to a PDF? What are the details to capture when saving? And also how to scale it to customize it in that you don't have, when printing, you don't have some pages being broken to other like it's not a conclusive report. You find there's something that was left in this page that was supposed to be there, something like that. Uh, of some of the activity, as I said, we will tend to have a dummy project to help us do the practical thing. For this, it will be practical. We'll be doing, like today, we do the setup. Tomorrow, we do the setup and the installation. We create a project name, will be a choice, and the scope. We come up with a scope of which, for one who has never used the either Microsoft projects or P6 or even the Excel to do the scheduling. We'll break just write it in the whole project. We capture the scope and all the activities that will come in place so that we finish the project, come up with the project duration, then let's schedule it. From the P6, it will help us now once we keep on scheduling every activity, we give it the timeline and the projected finish. By the end of the thing, the good thing with the P6 of Microsoft project, it stands now to finalize on the whole tracking, and you will have an accurate timeline of when the project will come to a completion. So we'll have, like, after every session, like assignment, not like it's a this is a kind of a follow-up, in that you keep improving. So once we are done with the class, what we do, in case you didn't get what we were doing as we were doing the practical, you have time for yourself now to see what we did, persevere what you intend you can do in that dummy project that you have. In case you are engaged in a real life project, you can as well try it using the training that we'll be doing. The final will be review, Q&A, project presentation. That's once we are finalized on the training. What I expect from whoever will be in that session is, now we come up to the stage where you'll be saving your project and you present right from the how you started it, how you did the scheduling, how you allocated the timelines, what you did on the relationship, what are your critical tasks, so that we see the critical parts and all so that we have it's something practical, in that you can go to a project, have everything captured there, detailed to the smallest less activity, and with that we'll be done with the whole thing of the P6, and you can now be applying it eh, anywhere that you intend to. For now, I'll stop presenting the PPT and just pass you through what we did with the previous session, to see what P6 can generate. And from that, I'll leave it to you for questions and any query that you may have as far as P6 training is concerned. Just a minute. Let me open the P6. Try to have it presented. Uh, see, let me see. Just a minute. I open the software itself. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Can you see the P6 software?
Yeah.
Yeah, the presentation. This is what we did with the previous class. For the project, we had named it as proposed cohort one. Under proposed cohort one, there's nothing, you can give it as a name. This was just for training purposes. And then under the project, we came up with the work breakdown structure. Under work breakdown structure, we had the pre-construction stage. We had the construction stage. Uh, we had the project closure. Under the like you see for pre-construction phase, we then went further to have the activities. That's the site reconnaissance as the first thing, design and planning, tendering, blueprints, permits, and approvals. Then we had the construction phase. We broke it to substructure works and superstructure works. Under substructure, we had all the activities as named there, the site mobilization, site office, site holding, oversight of excavation, excavation to foundation, and all the activities that falls under the substructure works. Under the superstructure, we had broken it to the structural works. We had the masonry and we had the walling. That's for the either we do the interior fit outs and our masonry. We had the opening and fittings. We had the roofing works, and we had the finishes. Under the project closure, we had the handover to the client and the defect liability period, which at times it tends to differ. Either at times it's 6 months, 12 months, based on the contract. On my right, from the software, you can see the Gantt chart. That and also you see it's linked. The activities are linked from one to the other, showing the relationship of all the activity, how they follow each other, up to the very last thing that we have seen there. It's the effect liability period. So the whole process we'll be navigating on how to incorporate this to have what you see on my left. It's for someone who has no intel in construction. You can easily present that format to him or her, and he or she will be able to understand. For us who are in construction, once you are given the Gantt chart and the dates are captured as they are, you have your key there. You will be able to see as to and compare what has been done on site and what have you been able to do in regard as far as the project time is concerned. So basically that's it, and welcome you all to join the class for that's the P6 training. It's quite an interesting. task training in that at the end of it all, you'll be able to now to be navigating to do this P6. And the good thing about it, you find it in most of these jobs, P6 becomes an added advantage for whoever has that skill that can be able to generate all these things using the P6. So that's all for the just the briefing of it. And I welcome all your questions, queries, and comments. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam. So in the meantime, you can either raise your hand or you can drop your question on the chat box. So from there, we can easily follow up on your question, and I believe Sam will answer the question. So we'll have some minutes before now we transit now to the next part of whatever we were to discuss this evening. So if you have any question, please you can either raise your hand or you can have it on the chat box. Yes, but we really appreciate Samuel for taking us through P6. P6 is a very critical tools when it comes to management of projects, and not only in construction. P6 is a tool that is used in anything that need to track time. And when it now we come to construction, time really is of great essence, since you need to, for a project, actually in the definition of a project, it must have a start and an end date. That's it's included in the when we come to defining what a project is. And now between those two times, between the start and end, you must you must break down on how you you wish to achieve your target finish day. So and now that's where now the tool, the Primavera P6 tool come in help for that. So I'm hoping we are all good. If you're okay with that part, you can react with any of your favorite emoji. We have different emoji. If you're okay with whatever was discussed, thank you so much, Kelvin. Thank you so much, Samuel. Thank you so much, Kimeli. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, so I believe we are okay for that. And now we are supposed to proceed to the next tool, which we were discussing this evening, and that's